The Lord answered my prayers for clarification by giving me a detailed dream on December 4th. Rather than Him deciphering things at the human level, I find that He will instead go to the root of the matter and expose it. He wants us to be free and expects us to uproot, tear down, so we can build and plant. The dream opens and I'm in this room. It's a very nice house with a staircase to the right. There is an event going on in this house. It's crowded and it's celebratory. I am not familiar with any of the people there. I realize I'm sent there. I feel like a courier that has been sent there to pick something up. Because when a person sees that I'm there, they go up those stairs to retrieve whatever I'm there for. While I'm waiting, though I'm not curious, it's just normal to sort of read the room. They're excited because a celebration is going to happen. It doesn't look like a birthday party, but it is related to the son of the man who went upstairs. It is related to the son's birthday, but there's no balloons or any indication. That is what the impression is of the people. It's the owner of the house's son's birthday. The scene ends. The scene opens where I'm standing in front of this big housing structure. It has a walkway that goes straight into the backyard. While I'm approaching that walkway, a ferocious guard dog, barking endlessly on a chain, comes running out from the backyard and confronts me. I don't flinch. I step just outside of the range of his chain and stand. A small group of people gather there in the front yard. They're talking amongst themselves and ignoring the barking dog. The next time I look at them, the group has grown. The voices are getting louder. I can overhear what they're saying. They're all in agreement about a certain thing. I'm just getting bits and pieces at this point. As time goes on, more and more groups form, and they're all saying the same thing. Really not interested in the details. Remember, I'm there waiting also. This guard dog is trying to intimidate, cause fear, and it works. We cannot enter. Now more and more people have joined this chorus of people who all believe the same thing and are all discussing the same thing. As I'm listening to them describe this event, their point of discussion, I realize what they're saying amongst each other is confusing. Hang in there. They are all in agreement, speaking almost in concert, as if they are actually at the event the day before. Since I actually was at the event the day before, I actually know they were not at the event the day before. I thought maybe they missed the event the day before. Maybe I should inform them that what they're talking about isn't to be expected or isn't happening today, but it was actually the day before. One of the main things that they kept saying was that the guy's son's birthday is today. So I thought I'd start with that. Provable, right? So I call everyone's attention just to let them know I'm just acting as a courtesy to them now because I can tell that they all have a misunderstanding. I'm thinking they all missed the party yesterday. At the wrong location, the wrong time, the wrong place. So I let them know what you're talking about today actually really happened yesterday. Yesterday, the birthday was the 8th. His birthday was yesterday the 8th. To my surprise, the people didn't even flinch. In fact, they dug in, sat down, and got comfortable. They continued to talk about the event as if they were at it. They mistook the event that they were at as the actual event. Even though they are not allowed in, there's a ferocious, intimidating factor that is against them. It's like they're under a delusion. They have this fixed belief. It is immovable. They cannot be persuaded. They actually believe the event is happening now and they saw it. They are entrenched and deluded and are experiencing it as if it's real. They are not able to take in new or corrective information. There is no logic to what's happening. It's like a collective delusion. They're not asking questions, perhaps because of that guard dog. Can't get near enough. Maybe I don't even see any curiosity in them. If I wanted to know if the birthday party was there that day, which would have been the 9th, I'd have went and looked down that walkway to see if I saw a piñata or some balloons. Or my eyewitness testimony. It didn't matter to them that I was actually at the event the day before. It had no effect on them. They are completely excluded from the truth of the matter, deluded by and cannot deny the belief that what they're experiencing is actually real. I wrestled with this for days. What is so satisfying about believing and agreeing with one another that something you witnessed, and just because you're sitting in front of it, is absolutely true? Something actually happened before you ever got there. It grieves me to say the things I'm about to say. They do not come to me easily, nor did I have any idea before this dream. These people present and all who have watched are the victims of a grand delusion. They will struggle to deny it, if they're even able to deny it. It is possible this is not an accurate reflection about what happened to Charlie Kirk. It may even be that something happened, but not on this particular day. I found it difficult to take in new information myself. Test yourself, because in the end, the dream was me doing exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to say what I was shown, and if the dream is true, very few people will be able to hear it.
From Charlie's right side is another view that we have seen, which is also tampered with. It's the one that has the chair going through the platform. This is not artifact compression. This is actually some sort of post-production editing and or artificial intelligence. This is obviously tampered footage. You can see that the chair falls right through the platform, and the way that it bounces and falls onto its back is not the real physics. The wound actually does not move with him. It's either some sort of augmented reality projection or some sort of post-production editing or CGI that has been added. However, there's a very heavy possibility that this could have been done in real time with, like I said, augmented reality, some sort of projection and or holograms. All right, now
So my research began looking at September 8th and 9th for clues. So I looked at the news for each day. What dominated the news for each day was the worldwide Murdoch media empire settled their family inheritance feud, with Lachlan Murdoch, the son, inheriting full control. And by September 10th, Lachlan Murdoch was raised up as the anointed media tycoon. So the family dynasty of media, running for 60 or 70 years, responsible for taking over, massive takeovers of other media, finally raise up and become worldwide king of media, has now been settled in the court, who has total control, the son of the mogul. When I look up the son of the mogul, not only is the 8th the day of the victory, the lawsuit about who's going to be king of worldwide media, but the person that is crowned king of worldwide media, the new anointed one, his birthday is on September 8th. So now I am the person in the dream who's declaring to a whole bunch of people the son's birthday is on the 8th. Exactly what the Lord said in the dream. On the 4th, I dreamt that I would be sharing the son's birthday was on the 8th. These are the owners of Fox News, our conservative news in America. In 2023, they blackballed Charlie Kirk from Fox. Oddly enough, in July this year, they invited him to co-host on a Saturday show for Fox. They are ultra-conservative, but they are anti-Christ, meaning anti-Christian. When you talk about the elites in America, the billionaires, it's a rare chance to see them all paraded out in front. I know Trump tries to convince us that he's just like one of us. If you want to know who his friends are, where the deals are happening, look at the 160 friends he brought with him to King Charles' dinner in September. That's everything we need to know. Even if they sue each other in public or have these spats, they still are a class of Americans who rule and have power we can't even imagine. When they want what they want, they'll have it at our expense. When Brownshirt, the security guy for Charlie, ended up in Montana after the event, I took note of that. Why Montana? It seems like a perfect little secret getaway for celebrities, maybe if they want to fish on that 28-mile-long private trout fishing river. Secret fishing trips on secret ranches. Just a place to, set the bait, catch a few fish. It's not like deals are being made there or anything. The secret ranch is Matador Ranch, about 300,000 acres in Montana. Those acres have many ranches by different names, raising a certain kind of specialized cattle. So I'm just reading this out of curiosity, and it's starting to sound really familiar to me. This special DNA of these choice bred cattle. Where did I hear that before? Oh yeah, it's one of Candace Owens' sponsors. I wonder if she knows anything about them. I mean, we all know that Tucker's boss was Murdoch, so anybody who is at Fox, that's the boss. So I go to clarify some of the details about, what I thought I heard. In October, she started being sponsored by Riverbend Ranch, which AI says has no connection to Matador Ranch. But a little closer look, Riverbend Ranch and Matador Ranch are now connected, meaning the VP of operations for Riverbend Ranch, this Utah guy, Race King, has now become part of the Matador Ranch team. Someone should inform AI. Oh, and Megyn Kelly is also sponsored by Riverbend Ranch. And apparently Daily Wire is sponsored too, allegedly. So on the son's birthday, this giant controversy comes out where Murdoch appeared to betray Trump by leaking a birthday card that was sent to Epstein with Trump's signature on it that we're all familiar with. It was disgusting. You could look it up. You don't know if these things are true or distractions or which one is the distraction. This would lead you to believe that before Charlie was shot, just make it clear these guys are at odds, not friends. By the way, this is the version of Charlie Kirk that the media moguls knew and loved. They share that passion. The media moguls' anti-Christian views are well known and well documented. I would say if there is a takeover of TPUSA, be on the lookout for TPUSA faith to disappear. If it does, question what you're seeing. Remember this. There is a proven record, a goal of taking over all forms of conservative media. Let's go back to the dream. The last part of the dream, I had sort of the perspective of this soldier. I'm observing once again. There was a small hill to the right there in the distance, and a small hill on the left. This was my point of view. The hill on the left had something on it. I thought to myself in the dream, is that a compound or a house? As I tried to focus in to decide that, I realized there was a fatigued, dressed shooter aiming out into the distance with a long-range rifle. As soon as I discovered him, a giant dust cloud of dust was coming off the back of a truck coming from the valley here. That truck speeds up that mountain or that hill on the right-hand side. Comes to a screeching halt. Guy in fatigues jumps out of that truck, immediately assumes a kneel-down position, lifts a long-range rifle, aims it at the top of the other hill. My perspective, I can tell if he pulls that trigger, it's a perfect shot to kill that guy. Shoot him in the back. I'm so horrified by what I see. I wake myself from that sleep. When I wake up, I remember that within the last week or two, I was exposed to two shooters shooting long-range rifles. This isn't my habit. Maybe it's the only thing my brain could refer to. I watched Tucker and Sean Ryan shoot these long-range rifles. I don't know why that came to my mind. But ever since then, I've been kind of worried and praying for Tucker. Even though this comes at a time where I'm questioning all the barking dogs at the gate. People that may be lined up and barking on a leash of some controller to keep us from fully entering into the truth. Tucker interviewing in Qatar yesterday, December 7th, let the leader know that he would be buying a house today on the 8th in Qatar. In August of this year, I had 3 visions. I released the video on 8/20. In that video, Trump is sitting in a tent with a dead body that's half in and half out. He's waiting for the other person that is partially responsible to meet with him. If that business is not done and made peace with God about, the nation that Trump leads will degrade, lose its strength and prosperity. This is all documented in that video. Ultimately, scarcity, the removal of Trump. I am at Prayer Watch and have predicted through this vision and the Holy Spirit for a watch date of this for March 2026. When I was studying the day before, that was something prominent in the dream I had the day before. Almost like we're being told that something happened on this day, but it actually happened before, and they recreated it on the day. Anyway, that has nothing to do with him. This is Jeff Flake, congressman and senator from Arizona, but lives in Utah. He was teaching at UVU the day before about debating. His proximity is just so odd because he was also in the crowd when Gabby Gifford was her assassination attempt in Arizona like 12 years ago. Gabby is an anti-gun violence warrior now, and her husband. Jeff and his wife and family live in Provo. In praying through this dream and wrestling with it for many days, I still can't come to an actual conclusion. It seems like whoever's birthday was on the 8th tied to this situation. Then again, it's about being under a delusion, believing with all your whole heart that something that isn't true is actually reality. But it also made me wonder, because I had to imagine all these things. Consider all these things. Something happened to Charlie before the show we saw. Let's say he was in a car accident or any other thing that could have caused him to pass. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I can't explain to you how strongly I knew with these people that this event had happened on another day. And they actually all believe with their whole heart and soul and spirit that it's happening when they're sitting there and it is done and over. The charade in front of the entire nation and world would have value then. It would have the sympathies of all the people. It's like dragging the whole world into your trauma. Then again, anybody even mourning except the people? Is it just business as usual? If God doesn't get his glory, TPU will fall. Well, brother, only God knows whether you're fishing on a 28-mile stream in Montana or debating in the courtrooms of heaven. It's not up to us to decide. God knows. He will reveal our hearts, comfort this land only as we turn to him. Bless you, brother. Rest in peace.